all I can say is wow, 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 and more wow, especially in January. Hey everyone, this is D, Movieman, fellow cinephile, popcorn addict, and emerging film critic, coming to you with yet another out of theater, in the theater reaction. And today I'm coming to you all with my thoughts on Companion, written and directed by Drew Hancock and starring Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid. How sweet it is. How sweet it is. Like, we are not even that far into the new year, and I just feel like I've been on a good roll. Like, now, is this a sign of things to come? I hope so, but I always gotta keep my eye out, because you never know. But yes, so this is one of those films that I can't really get too much into synopsis wise, because if you've seen the teaser trailer, that's really all you need to know. And if you haven't seen it, then I suggest you just go in cold. Because even though I thought I had an idea what was going on here, I still was shocked. And this film makes it very clear what you're dealing with in the opening scene. And I was totally caught off guard. I was stunned. I don't even know the words, but I was shook. How about that? And especially for this to be a film that came out in January, because we already know January is the ultimate struggle month for movie releases. And outside of me seeing films at Sundance, that's kind of its own separate thing. But the fact that this is like an actual January release and it was this solid, I'm shocked. I am honestly shocked, but wow. Let me go ahead and say, and I've said it plenty of times on the channel, that I am always here for a feature directorial debut. And man, what a way to do it. This was, I can't even believe that this is like a first time director's film. And I was totally engaged, totally enraptured the entire time. As I mentioned before, this film is written and directed by Drew Hancock, and this is his feature directorial debut, and wow. I have to say I'm so impressed, and I'm always here for new voices breaking into the industry, and I just really appreciated this experience overall. Sophie Thatcher, as far as the performances, Sophie Thatcher, she is quickly becoming like a solid scream queen. We had Heretic, we had this, and it's funny because I was already familiar with her prior to this because of Yellow Jackets, which is also very Scream Queens coded, right? But wow, I'm really enjoying the lane that she's in. I love seeing the up-and-coming Scream Queens, and Sophie Thatcher did her thing in this. And just the concept overall. You might argue this is something conceptually we may technically have seen before, but I love just the twists and turns, the shocks, and even when certain things might have been expected, it still was thrilling. Like, it was dark, it was shockingly violent, in your face, but also comedic, and also had like some emotional weight, some emotional depth to it. And wow, I mean, overall, like, it's like I'm really trying to find the words. I will also say that Jack Quaid did a really solid job in this as well. I haven't seen The Boys, and I know that was a big part of his debut. He's also obviously the son of Dennis Quaid, but as far as his performance here, and knowing that he's going to be in the film Novocaine, he is definitely in his lane as well. We always talk about the Nepo babies, yes, but look, it is what it is. It's a way of the industry, and if I can at least get some good performances and some solid films out of it, then I'm totally fine. It's not an issue. I'll get over it. But yeah, his performance here was also really solid. There's a lot of varying emotions that we get from his character here, as well as our main character, Iris. And yeah, I feel like I'm kind of circling the drain a little bit because I don't want to directly give anything away. But let me just say that I do not regret seeing this at all. What a pleasant surprise. Might even end up on my end of year list. I know it's way too soon to be saying that, but it's that good for me. So yeah, And I don't want to just keep going on and on, circling and saying the same things. But it almost reminds me, and my mom said this as well, but it almost gives me Strange Darling, but obviously in a totally different way. But the same way that film kind of shocked me and shook me, and it just seemed like the concept was very simple, but still just kind of like threw you around, and you just really didn't know what to do with yourself at the end of it. That's how I felt coming out of this. So, yes. So, I mean, it's a recommendation. Obviously, I definitely would not mind seeing this again. Maybe I need to call up one of my friends and see if they're interested. But yes, Drew Hancock, you did your thing. I'm really interested in seeing what you have coming up next. And wow, what a beautiful, 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 beautiful start to 2025. Love to see it. So once again, this is the Movieman signing off, and I'll see you at the movies.